maladaptive coping mechanisms. Are you guilty? Do you find yourself at night hovering for a glass of wine, a glass of whiskey, just to try and tune out the day's stress or the emotions that are bubbling and festering inside you? Or maybe you're the one that stands in front of the fridge or the snack cupboard, if you're anything like me, really craving, really having the urge to get some chocolate or some crisps just to see the day through, just to get past this stress, this emotional turmoil we're going through, just to get just that little bit of comfort. Or maybe you procrastinate. Maybe you have this big deadline or this big thing that needs to be done, and yet you just put it off and put it off and put it off, and it just builds higher and higher and higher and higher. And you just say to yourself, it's okay, I'm just going to have a little break. I'm going to play some video games and I get lost in it for hours, or I'm just going to do something different. And again, it's just building up with awesome. It's like this big mountain. Now, all of us have coping mechanisms, and even though they're maladaptive, if they're working for us and it's not causing us any harm, or it's not stopping us from living the life we want to live or living our values, then is there any harm in those? However, there are many coping mechanisms that we don't want. So going towards that fridge and comfort eating maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 times during the day just to get through the day, that is not solving the root issue, and that's only a short-term fix. You still feel that boredom, you still feel that frustration, you still feel that sadness, that loneliness inside. Reaching out for a glass of wine or some substance in the evening just to get through because you've had such a stressful day, and you deserve it. You deserve a drink because of everything you've been through. However, do you really deserve that drink, that substance? And what happens if that now becomes your go-to for your nightly routine, and that one drink becomes a drink every night? That one drink may become 2, 3, 4 drinks. It's only a short-term fix. Everything is still inside. The example with the procrastinator I gave earlier, allowing everything to build up, that stress and that anxiety is still there, where you're playing video games or you're doing something different. It's still there, and in fact it's getting worse and worse and worse whilst you're doing that. So how about I tell you 3 ways where you can stop these maladaptive coping mechanisms in their tracks and change them for a new alternative mechanism, whilst you're understanding and actually nurturing that part of you that actually needs that comfort or needs that understanding, that reassurance. Number 1, so you're having these feelings, these bubbliness, an uncontrollable feeling inside you, and you want to reach for that glass, which has become every single night, or 1 has become 2, 3. You want to reach for the cupboard and get another chocolate bar, another packet of crisps, and you've had 2, 3, 4 already today. You just want to just put off that work because it's just too much, it's too stressful. It's going to take just too much brain power, too much time. Okay, number 1. The first tip is to be in that moment. So right now, get into that moment, get into that feeling, making it really, really strong. So if it's procrastination, get into it, that feeling, that dread, that anxiety. I just don't want to do it. I was going to peel it off. I'm just going to peel it off. I'm going to peel it off. Get into that. If it's the craving for the food or the craving for the substance, get into that feeling. Oh, I really, really want it. I need it. I just really, really want it. I've had a bad day, or I'm having a stressful time, and this is just going to help me. Get into it right now. Feeling it inside you. Where is it? Where is it in your body? Quite often these feelings manifest themselves somewhere physically within us. So just locate where it is. And if you don't know, just imagine you do, because that would be right. So just be aware of where it is right now in your body. Making it really strong, really, really powerful. This feeling, this uncontrollable feeling that makes you do something time and time and time again. It's become so habitual. Make it really, really clear. And now it's clear and you know where it is in your body. Be aware whether it has a shape, whether it has a colour to it, whether it's heavy, whether it's light. Just be aware now of everything about it. How big is it? How small is it? Just make that really real. Just noticing the size, the texture, the weight, the colour. It might have patterns. It might be an odd shape. You may find it easier to close your eyes to really get in to the feeling of where it is in your body. And once you have it clear where it is, this feeling, this urge, this procrastination, this delay, this put off, whatever it is, you have it really clear and you can feel it inside you. What I want you to do now is grab it with your hands and move it right down to the very, very bottom of your body. Feel it going towards your toe. And once it's at your toe, I want it to come out of your body and be in front of your toe. And on the count of 3, we're going to kick it. And we're going to kick it across the other end of the room or the end of the street. No matter where you are, we are just going to kick it hard away from us. Okay? 1, 2, 3. And kick it. Kick it well. Now watch it travel. Watch it travel. And as it's traveling, it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. More and more and more insignificant. Further and further away. And then you can just about make it out from all the way across from where you are. You can just see it. And how small does it look? How immaterial does it look now? Completely powerless. This tiny little thing all across the other end of the room, the other end of the street. And now take a deep breath. And I wonder what you'll do healthier in place of this old mechanism. You can use this technique, my friends, as many times as you want. There are ways to change it. You can change the position of it in your body. You don't have to kick it away. You could just move it down to your leg. You can change its colour from black to red. Just change the physiology of what it is within your body. Okay, tip number 2, and that is get into it again. Get into that feeling. Feel the urge, feel the procrastination, feel the stress, the anxiety. Feel it really, really strong inside you. As if you're actually there right now. You're living it. You are associated into that moment right now. And you want that treat so bad. You want that substance so bad. You want to go phone that person that you've been craving to speak to, and yet you know you can't so badly, you desperately want to. You want to pit off that work so much. Get into that right now. Make it really, really vivid. You associate it into that moment. And now what I want you to do is just pick something up. It doesn't matter what it is. And I just picked up one of my daughter's teddies that she got, I think this week. It's still even got the price label on it. So just pick up something that's small, something you can just pass. Okay, now you're in this moment now and making you want to do something that you don't actually want to do. You want to do something different, something more healthier, an alternative to this coping mechanism that's become so habitual, but you don't want to do it. Pick it up in your hand. And now what I want you to do is just pass it from hand to hand, hand to hand. And you'll see that whilst you're doing this, it is completely impossible to have that same urge, that same anxiety, that same need for comfort as what you had previously. Because what you're doing with this is you're activating both the left and the right hemisphere of the brain at the same time. Just keep doing it as much as you need to. And you will find that urge, that need will have reduced, if not gone completely. Doesn't mean it won't come back, because I'm sure it will. But the more you do these techniques that I'm showing you today, the less it will return. And these techniques will soon replace that habit, that old coping mechanism that you used to rely upon so much. Number 3. So this one is super simple as well, and this is peripheral vision. So again, get back into that moment, get back into that zone, associating yourself back as if you're there. If it's the kitchen when you go get a glass of alcohol or something, or it's the kitchen, get a snack, or if it's looking at your phone and you're gonna message that person you don't want to message, but you so do. Maybe hold your phone. Get back into that zone, whatever it is, and really, really, really be there and feel everything you need to feel, making it so vivid, so real, so strong. Be there. And now what I want you to do is focus on me, on the camera. And now whilst you're focusing on me, I want your eyes just to become aware of what's to the side of you. Not actually moving your eyes at all, just focusing on me, but your eyes becoming aware of what's around you. And now I want you to move your peripheral vision even more. Allow that peripheral vision to go back as far as it can. And I wonder if you can almost see what's on either side of your shoulders. Keeping your vision on me at all times, but allowing your peripheral just to notice what's around it. Taking that vision back as far as it can go. There we go, my friends. You have 3 techniques there. Enjoy them, use them. And again, the more you use them, the more you not actually need to use them. You see, these coping mechanisms we adopt inside us, they become habitual because we do it over and over and over again. And then we don't even need to think about them anymore. We just find ourselves procrastinating. We just find ourselves all of a sudden with a glass of wine. We just find ourselves all of a sudden with our 3rd chocolate bar, if you're anything like me. All of a sudden we find ourselves in that vicious cycle of messaging people that we shouldn't be messaging, or that we just can't message anymore. You see, it just becomes habit, because the more we have done it, the less we need to think about. Our unconscious mind just does it all for us. So the more we do these coping mechanisms, these new alternatives, the more they will then become the habit. And the old maladaptive coping mechanisms will just reduce and reduce and reduce. Until next time, my friends, it's been lovely speaking to you. Bye-bye for now. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Each one of your subscriptions helps the channel so much. So if you want to see more of these tips, these techniques, any of this advice I give out, hit the subscribe button and you'll be one of the first people to know. Bye-bye for now.